Okay. Now continuing with the second property, that is ionization enthalpy. Second property, that is a ionization enthalpy. Now what is the ionization enthalpy? Ionization enthalpy is the energy required for removal of one electron. Suppose there is one atom. In that atom there is a nucleus, there is an electron. Okay, not necessary to discuss the whole structure of atom. There is a nucleus, protons and neutrons are there, then orbitals are there are electrons. Now here, if you want to remove this one electron, so energy required for removal of this outermost electron or removal of one electron, that energy is called as a ionization enthalpy. Energy required for removal of one electron, that is called as a ionization enthalpy. Now talking about ionization enthalpy of noble gases or inert gases, we know that here it is p block element, its p block is completely filled or p orbital is completely filled. Its general electronic configuration is ns2 and p6. General electronic configuration of all the noble gases or inert gases, that is 2s2 or ns2 and p6. That means all the orbitals, they are completely filled. Octet is completed. Therefore it is not necessary for these elements to give electron or take electron. Okay. So here energy required for removal of this electron. Suppose s orbital there are 2 electrons, p orbital there are 6 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So here if you want to remove one electron, that means you have to disturb its octet. And for disturbing its octet, very high energy will be required. Because it is stable in nature. These noble gases, they are very stable, they are inert, they are noble, they are not reacting with others. But if you want to make them react, then here energy required for removal of electron will be very high. So if you want to remove this one electron, then here very high energy will be required. Therefore ionization enthalpies of group 18 elements, they are very high. Ionization enthalpies are very high. They are having highest ionization enthalpy in whole periodic table. If you consider the whole periodic table, then their ionization enthalpies are highest one. Within the period, suppose second period, third period, fourth period, or say first period also. So if you consider all the period from left to right, what happens to ionization enthalpy? Ionization enthalpy goes on increasing. From left to right, ionization enthalpy goes on increasing in the periodic table, and it will be highest for the noble gases. So ionization enthalpies of noble gases will be the highest in a period. Okay. Now let us talk about ionization enthalpy in the group. Helium, neon, argon, krypton and xenon. Within the group. Now, what is the periodic trend? What is the general trend for periodic table? Ionization enthalpy from top to bottom. Ionization enthalpy from top to bottom goes on decreasing. So here it follows that periodic trend. तो periodic trend follow करता है. Here ionization enthalpy from helium to xenon, it goes on decreasing. Ionization enthalpy goes on decreasing. I'll write some ionization enthalpy values. For helium it is 2372, for neon it is 2080, for argon it is 1520, for krypton it is 1360, and for xenon it is 1170. So these are some of the ionization enthalpies. 2372 kilojoules, 2080, then 1520, 1360, 1170. If you observe these values they are going on decreasing from helium to xenon. So it follows the periodic trend. Whatever trend is given for the periodic table within the group, that trend is being followed here. From helium to xenon, their ionization enthalpy goes on decreasing. Ionization enthalpy goes on decreasing. helium is having the highest ionization enthalpy in the group, while xenon is having the lowest ionization enthalpy in the group. Okay, so this is what is the whole scenario about ionization enthalpy. Now continuing with the next trend, third, that is a electron gain enthalpy. Electron gain enthalpy. What is the electron gain enthalpy? Electron gain enthalpy is the energy required for accepting electrons. They are vice versa. Ionization enthalpy, energy required for removal of electron, and electron gain enthalpy, energy required for accepting electrons. Now, as we have already discussed in ionization enthalpy, their octet is completed. Here, if it wants to accept electron, here there is no space. In S and P orbital, no doubt there are NT-d orbitals. Not in helium and neon, but argon, krypton and xenon, there are empty d orbitals are present. In helium and neon, there are no empty d orbitals. But here in S orbital and P orbital, there are no vacancies. As there are no vacancies, therefore there is no space for the incoming electron. So here electron gain enthalpies, they are positive values, high positive values. Electron gain enthalpies, they are high positive values, large positive values, because of completely filled orbital, because of its octet. Their values are positive and large values. Then next trend is a melting point and boiling point. Melting point and boiling point of group 18 elements, they are very low, because as earlier I told you that they exist in gaseous form. Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, all they are gaseous in nature. Because their melting point and boiling point, they are very low. Van der Waals force of attraction. Van der Waals force of attraction between two atoms, they are very less, because they are in monoatomic form. The monoatomic form मध्ये they are this group 18 elements, they are in monoatomic form. First atom, second atom, force of attraction between two atoms, that is a Van der Waals force. As that Van der Waals force of attraction is very less, therefore all they exist in the gaseous form. And here from helium to xenon, here melting point and boiling point goes on decreasing. Melting point and boiling point goes on decreasing. Helium, Van der Waals forces of attraction are more, and in xenon those Van der Waals forces of attraction are very less. Therefore, here melting point and boiling point will be very high. Okay, so this is what is the trend for melting point and boiling point. Next point is related to this only, melting point and boiling point. It is a liquefaction. Liquefaction tendency. Now, as we know that this helium, neon, argon, krypton and xenon, they all are in gaseous form. Just to discuss that this helium, neon, argon, krypton and xenon, they are all gaseous in nature. As they are gaseous in nature, their melting point and boiling points are very low. Therefore, their liquefaction tendency is very less. If you go from helium to xenon, then their liquefaction tendency goes on decreasing. That means helium can be liquefied, but here xenon, it is very tough for xenon to get liquefied. Okay, here helium, its melting point and boiling point is higher. Melting point and boiling point is higher. As melting point and boiling point is higher, therefore it can be liquefied. But here xenon, its melting point and boiling point is very low. Therefore, it cannot be liquefied. Okay, so this is the fifth trend, liquefaction tendency. 710, ability to diffuse. Seventh property, I mean ability to diffuse. Next property, that is the ability to diffuse. So this is a liquefaction. Next, ability to diffuse. What is diffusion? That means it may get passed through. It is having the ability to get diffused from plastic, rubber, then from glass also. That means if you store this gases in glass, plastic or rubber, then it can get diffused through that membrane and it can come out. तो जो कंटेनर असेल, in a container, whatever it is stored, suppose this is a container, glass container. Suppose this is a glass container. Okay, it is corked. Then if you store this noble gases in this container, as due to a diffusion ability, it may get passed through. Therefore, it is having a there is a great problem to store this noble gases because of this diffusion ability. Then last property, that is a solubility in water. Last property, that is solubility in the water. This noble gases, they are very slightly, that means we can say partially soluble into water. They are getting slightly soluble into the water. Their solubility is very less, and if you go again from helium to xenon, then their solubility property goes on increasing. That means xenon is more soluble while helium is less soluble in the water. Okay, so from top to bottom, solubility in water goes on increasing. Okay, so these are the different properties these are the different trends and properties for group 18 elements. Okay, next point. Next point of discussion, trends in chemical properties. Now, as we have discussed earlier, as its octet is completed, that is not necessary for this group 18 elements to give electron or to accept electron. Also, we have seen their ionization enthalpies. They are having very high ionization enthalpy. If you want to remove electron, what are reactions? Reactions is just removal of electron or gain of electron, sharing of electron. That are what are reactions are taking place. In reactions, there is a breaking of bond, formation of bond by gain of electron or loss of electron. So the most important condition for any atom to get reacted is gain of electron or removal of electron. So as we have already discussed in our trends that ionization enthalpies, there are very high ionization enthalpy. If you want to remove an electron, very high ionization enthalpy is required. And if it wants to accept the electron, then here electron gain enthalpy is also larger one. It is a positive value. Therefore, here reactivity of these noble gases, that is very low. Their chemical reactivity is very less due to two reasons: high electron gain enthalpy and high ionization enthalpy and completion of octet. These are the three reasons. May say three reasons. These are the three reasons why their chemical reactivity is very low. Okay, but there are some reactions of noble gases also. One of the well-known and important reaction for noble gas is the trapping of noble gases. This, just like oxygen, this noble gas can be also trapped. Reaction for that: xenon plus PtF6. Xenon plus PtF6. Here there is a xenon is losing electron and PtF6 is gaining electron. So This is the reaction which proves that this xenon can be trapped in PtF6. Okay, xenon hexafluoroplatinate. Xenon hexafluoroplatinate, just like the coordination compound type of compound is being formed. Okay, so there are not much more reactions for this noble gases because of high ionization enthalpy, high electron gain enthalpy, and its complete octet. Okay, these are the reasons that chemical reactivity is very less. Next point of discussion, that is the uses of noble gases. Now amongst this helium, neon, argon, krypton and xenon, here helium and neon are the mostly used noble gases. Mostly used. Helium, first of all helium, then we will see neon. Helium. When this helium can be used, for filling up the balloons. As that helium, it is very light in weight and it is a combustible gas. Therefore, it can be used for the fuel also. Helium can be used as a fuel also, and it is a light in weight. Therefore, it can be used to fill up the balloons. Just like if you fill up that balloon, then that balloon will flow up because that it is lighter than air. एयर पेक्षा तो लाइटर आहे, हलका आहे, म्हणून तो जर आपण बलून मध्ये फिलअप केला then that balloon goes up and up. Okay, so it is used for filling up the balloon also. It can be used it can be used as a fuel also. Then it can be used for providing a inert atmosphere. Suppose if you are carrying out any reaction, suppose this is what is your RB, round bottom flask, and this round bottom flask, here some reaction is taking place. We have taken some reactants. Now there are some reactions which are going in the wrong direction in presence of oxygen or atmosphere or atmospheric gases, you may say. So due to this atmospheric gases, this reaction may go in different direction. So if you want inert atmosphere, such an atmosphere which will not react with this reactant, atmosphere मधले gases याच्यासोबत react होत आहेत आणि वेगळाच product तयार होतो. पण तुम्हाला जर इथं असे गॅसेस पाहिजेत की जे याच्यासोबत रिॲक्ट होत नाही आहेत, सो दोज गॅसेस कॅन बी यूज्ड, दॅट इज अ नोबेल गॅस. सो यू कॅन फिल अप दिस RB with the helium, neon, argon, any noble gas. Okay, so here to provide an inert atmosphere, this helium can be used. Then it is also used as a coolant in nuclear reactors. Nuclear reactors are power generation plants. So in that nuclear reactors also this can be used as a coolant. Then helium is also used in oxygen. It is mixed with the oxygen for a deep sea diving. Deep sea divers जे deep sea मध्ये dive करतायत त्यांना जो oxygen container असतो त्या oxygen container मध्ये slight amount of helium is also being filled up. It can be also used to produce powerful superconducting magnets. Superconducting magnets like NMR machine, MRI machines. Have you seen those NMR and MRI machines? MRI machines. You might have seen MRI machines. NMR is not rare, but MRI machine you might have seen in MRI institutes or in some hospitals, big hospitals. Here, big round is there like this round is there. And here there is one bed. That bed goes inside, comes out. Okay, that MRI machine. This round, it is a magnetic field is providing. MRI machine मध्ये काय होतं, magnetic field provide करतात आणि मग magnetic field आपलं बॉडीला स्कॅन करते. Okay, so to produce this magnetic field, this helium can be used. It is used for providing a supermagnetic field. Helium can be used for providing a supermagnetic field. Some low temperature conditions are there. To make that low temperature, this helium can be used. Okay, so these are the large uses of helium. Then next is neon. Neon can be also used for the providing a inert atmosphere. Neon is used for providing an inert atmosphere, and mostly this neon is used in a neon lamps. There are neon lamps in which this neon gas is getting used. Okay, so these are what are uses of noble gases or inert gases, there are not much more uses because of its reactivity. त्याची reactivity कमी आहे म्हणून त्याचे uses पण कमी आहे. Okay, so this is what is the whole scenario about a group 18 elements.